Hi everyone, my name is Crystal Holmes and we're back and we are here at the GCA tournament, volleyball tournament, and we have Pat Kendrick with us today. She's a Xavier volleyball head coach. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. And I'm a Xavierite, graduated in May, so I'm excited to be interviewing you today. So just tell us, how excited are you to be here today as a coach and as a head coach? Like what are you excited about, as far as this whole tournament is concerned?
Well, this is my first time in the GCAC, and we're certainly looking forward to the competition starting. I think the team is feeling the same way, so we're all pretty excited to be here and to get going. We were scheduled to play at 3 o'clock, and some of the matches have gone long, so we'll probably start a little bit after that, but we're certainly looking forward to the matches starting.
Okay, and how many girls are on your team currently right now?
We have 14 players.
14, okay. And what do you think, like the girls, how do they feel about being here? Kind of got your thought of it, but like, what do you think the girls are?
Well, I think they're excited, and like I said, everybody's looking forward to the matches starting. We haven't played for about a week, and so we've practiced every day since then. So I think they're just kind of looking forward to playing somebody other than themselves.
Right, this is true. So how long have you been coaching? Is it your first year here at Xavier? Like, just kind of tell us about that.
Well, yes, this is my first season at Xavier University, and the 2 seasons prior, I was the director of volleyball operations at Virginia Tech, and then before that, I was the head coach at George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia for 30 years.
Okay, wow, that is impressive, y'all. Really impressive. So, kind of tell us, how do you go about training your girls? Like, what do you look for when you go out and recruit for new girls? Like, what's your process for that?
Well, some of it is, we hear about players, and some of it I go out and actually recruit at some of the club tournaments, which is similar to kind of AAU competition or USA volleyball competition. And so we'll see players that we like, and it might be based on what position they play, what year they are. Maybe we think in 2020 we're going to need a setter, so we might start looking at players early now just to try to get a big database going. And then we'll reach out to those players to see if they have any interest in Xavier and send them information throughout the whole recruiting process, starting from their freshman year on. And then, we're able to have tryouts, so we'll have a tryout in the spring and we'll have one in the fall. And we don't necessarily bring a ton of people from that tryout, but we could. You never know, there might be somebody who we didn't see early on who we come across there that we think can help us. And so then the training is, we start up in August, we have 2-a-day practices and just trying to get the cobwebs out and try to get going with the new system. And since this is my first year, so it's a lot of learning from both sides. Me learning about the players and the players learning about what kind of coach I am. And so that's kind of how we've gone through. And every time we play somebody, certain things that we'll say, okay, well, we need to work on this in practice the next week. And so we'll work on those things just to work on getting better, and here we are at the conference tournament, and yes. I think we're playing pretty well right now.
Good, good. And outside of volleyball, like what else do you do? Like, your mom or your kids, like, like what else do you do besides?
Well, my mother and brother live in Virginia, so, I stay in touch with them quite a bit, but, I like to watch TV. I spend way too much time watching TV, so that's probably my one vice, I would say.
Okay, cool. And what, besides volleyball, what the girls, like, have they inspired you outside? Like, just them, like, energy in general, like, have they inspired you, like, so far, just coaching them?
Well, first of all, they're very smart. Xavier's a tough school academically, so we've got a lot of pre-med and bio and that sort of thing, chemistry, and they start talking about all the classes they're taking. I'm like, good for you, because I couldn't do that. So, I think it's really great that they are not only our students, but they're athletes as well. But yeah, I think they're going to do really well in the future, and like I said, they're really smart.
Yes. And one last question. You're here in New Orleans. New Orleans is known for their food and the cuisine. So what would you say would be your favorite New Orleans, like, dish? Or something that you crave? Or
well, I'd say there's a couple places that I've found some really good grilled catfish.
Okay.
So I'd say that's probably my favorite food at this point.
Okay. All right. That is Pat Kendrick, everyone. Thank you. And thank you for being here and interviewing with me today.
All right. Thank you.